Clicking the school name in the RenWeb 1 navigation bar displays school options, allowing you to change between different schools you may have configured in your RenWeb database. For instance, if you have separate lower, middle, and upper schools configured and you have the proper security permissions to work in each school, you would change to work in another school in the school options screen. You could also work in a past year if you have to go back and refer to lesson plans or your grade book, or you could work in a future year to go ahead and set up your grade books for next year. You can also work in a different term. For instance, at the end of quarter 3, if you want to go ahead and start working in your quarter 4 grade books to start adding assignments, you can change your default term to quarter 4 so that when you enter the classroom area, it's already selected for you. I'm going to click Cancel and just stay in 2017-2018 quarter 4. To access the classroom area, as I mentioned before, click the Apps icon and select Classroom. When the classroom area displays, I'm defaulting to term and quarter 4. If you have date selected, you may not see any classes. You can notice how all of my classes have disappeared. That's because this date does not fall within my quarter 4 term. So I would need to select a date within that term to display the classes that are scheduled for that day. Now, because I'm an administrator, I see all of the classes that are scheduled for quarter 4 term. To restrict to only the classes where I'm listed as an instructor, I can select My Classes. Teachers will not have this option, just administrators. Now you'll notice my name is not listed for these last 3 first grade classes. That's because I am listed as the second instructor on these classes. You also can restrict the class list to only the classes that have been configured to record attendance. So by selecting attendance enabled, you can see those other 2 first grade classes don't appear because they're not set up to record attendance. For those of you that want to color code your classes, it's very simple to do by clicking this Edit Pencil icon and selecting which color you would like to change your class to. Select the class and then select the Edit Pencil again to save that option again. So you click the Edit Pencil, select a color, select the class to which you apply that color, and then save it by clicking the Edit Pencil again. It's a toggle on and off. You'll notice a search field here. This is especially helpful to administrators. If you just want to display, say, any class that is listed as a first grade class, you can type 01 here to restrict the class list. This search field searches all 3 lines here. So you can search by the course name or the course title. You can search by the instructor. If I want to go back and I type JOHN, you see all of the classes where Penny Johnston or Renee Johnson are listed. I can also search by just a course name, for instance, algebra. Now, when I select a class, you'll notice on the right side, the classroom menu displays, and the banner color at the top matches whichever color I have selected for this class. The classroom area has recently been upgraded to what we call responsive design. What does that mean? It means if you are working in a smaller format, for instance, on an iPad or even on your phone, and you shrink this screen down, what does that mean? If you are working on an iPad or an iPhone or a smaller laptop screen, and you need to change the screen size, you notice I'm taking it out of full screen, the class list menu has collapsed. It's still here. I can click that icon to display all my classes, so I can change classes. I can also continue shrinking this screen down, and you'll see this class menu also collapses. So if I'm on an iPad or even a phone, I can work in a much smaller format. I can still access the classroom menu. I can still access the class list.